Thanks, Jelly. Making room. You making room.
Jelly, do you want to play the trumpet?
Do 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 do. You made Jelly play the trumpet.
No, yes. I didn't make her play it, she consented.
Did she?
Yes. Two mums, one dog. Two dogs.
Sorry, one of them was protesting to the one dog.
3 dogs. 4 dogs.
Right, okay, first up, hello.
Myself.
Welcome to Two Mums, One Bun. If you haven't been here before, I'm Bex.
I'm Kathryn. Hi.
We're married, we're having a baby, hopefully.
Wait, what?
End of.
News to me. We should have like a bread bun.
A bread bun?
2 mums, 1 bread bun. Until there's a bun.
No.
No? Okay. What's the current?
We've got the dogs in the room today, which is different from our previous vlogs where we locked them out of the room. So we'll see how it goes. They're quite cuddly dogs, so hopefully they'll just chill and it'll be fine.
And sorry if you don't like dogs. I say so. The last video we did was meant to be an update to get life and the vlog in line, which worked.
Yeah, it did.
And that was a month ago. And then I had exams and we kept being like, oh, we'll film a vlog tomorrow night. And then something would happen, or one of us wouldn't feel up to it, or like it was late, and yeah. So now a month has passed and everything is out of line again. So now we have to have another update. But after this one, we will try to keep things in sync. But I'm not promising anything. Because we know life happens.
But we've got quite a big gap between now and the next step, so hopefully we can...
Alright, spoiler alert, just jump straight to the juicy news.
Sorry.
Let's rewind.
So
we've done the trial cycle.
Yeah. Which worked.
You'll be pleased to know Bex's lining flourished.
Yeah, the nurse was like, oh, this is good. And I've never had that reaction before. For my endometrium.
Why would anybody have ever had any reaction?
I don't know. Well, you know, it's just something that never happened. And I was like, oh, thank you, I guess.
So we have a framed photo of her endometrium.
We don't.
Above the bed.
But yeah, so it went really well. They were really, really pleased with it. So now obviously it's to move forward with the actual cycle. The trial cycle was great. What I do know is that I'm irritable on these drugs. So we're prepared for the next cycle because we know that I'm going to want to rip everyone's head off like I did on the trial cycle.
But good news, we thought that we'd have to go through 2 of us feeling like that, and we were prepared for one of us moving out temporarily.
Potentially.
But apparently the drugs I'm going on do not have a similar effect. So it'll just be Bex.
Who wants to rip everyone's head off?
Who can live in the shed for the duration of the cycle. I've cleared the spiders.
I mean, to be fair, no, it's not mainly you that I want to rip your head off, it's mainly the general public.
So, sperm has arrived. Step in the right direction. Bex had to ring the clinic and be like, is my sperm there? Although I think I said,
just ringing. Hi, I'm just ringing to ask if the our sperm sample has arrived in the unit.
And you know, it's a phone call of
I never thought I'd ring to ask that, but here I am. And the woman found it very funny. She was like, well, you're definitely ringing the right place, and we've definitely had this phone call before. So that made me feel a little bit bad. I did feel really awkward.
Just weren't sure what to refer to as the secret file. So we kind of spoke about how we were going back and forward on donors.
Yeah.
And I think we got to the point where we were just like, right,
I think
you're only ever going to know so much about them.
Yeah.
So we kind of just...
I think we did go back and forwards, and it is a difficult decision to make. I think we kept going back to the same one. Every kind of 2 profiles we got sent. We kept going back to one that we liked previously, so we just thought, right, that's enough. We'll just pick this guy.
And obviously, genetics only contribute so much to life, and how we raise the child is going to have a massive influence, and my genetics will have an influence, so...
We know he's not allergic to dogs.
Yes.
That was important.
Not that that means the child won't be, but...
No, but it has
allergies run in my family, so... Shh. It was a good appointment at the clinic where we basically went in to talk to the nurse, and like I feel like it really like kind of pulled everything together for us, and like we both got given schedules of like what's expected of us. You start, you know, like I have to start taking the pill in September. We start taking the drugs on this date, and like actually wrote a schedule out for us, which was very satisfying. Not colour coordinated or coded, but you know.
Has it got a pie chart?
No, there was no pie charts. And she talked us through, like, she had little diagrams, like, here's the uterus, and here are the ovaries, and you loved that, didn't you?
I mean, I've seen a diagram of a uterus before, but she explained
it
it very well.
No, like, in relation to you.
No, yeah, it kind of pulled everything together of what's going to happen going forward and stuff, yeah.
Which, I think we've said a couple of times, like, we've kind of left appointments feeling like we don't really know what's going on, so this was a good one to
we left and we were like, right, we know what's happening.
And she said that as well, didn't she? She was like, yeah, I keep hearing things from different staff you've seen, and there's like, because we both have medical conditions and both of us are on slightly different like drugs, like drug programs to like a standard normal cycle. Oh, and also the nurse who's like our main nurse has the same name as my mum, so I'm taking that as a good sign.
Yeah.
Yes. Not that I believe in things like that, but you know.
So obviously when we went in for the appointment, they
Hi, jelly bean.
It was about kind of syncing us up and when we can start the medication and when we can obviously get the egg collection and the transfer completed. Now the clinic that we're using have to shut in October for 3 weeks for a mandatory shutdown. I'm not really sure the reason. They didn't tell us. They just said they've got a mandatory shutdown for 3 weeks.
No eggs.
So they can't collect any eggs in that time. So what we're having to do is kind of wait for them because it would be really, really tight for us to get it done before that. Because obviously Kathryn has to take the pill first for 3 weeks. And then start the medication kind of just after that. So we're timing it to do the egg collection and the egg retrieval for when they reopen, like the first week they reopen. We're kind of planning the egg collection on a Friday, but obviously or a Thursday, but it just completely depends on how the medication works and when you're ready.
I think going into this, not us, but like if you are going to go into this, you kind of have to just accept that like your body kind of dictates what is going to happen and when. Like obviously like these things kind of happen in a regular rhythm, but like you know you can't say, oh, at 10 o'clock on this day this is going to happen. So you kind of have to be flexible, which when you know life is going on is kind of difficult. But we've like hope, so we've got like a few day period where like where they said like the egg retrieval can happen. So they went into like what that would involve, which you know we kind of had an idea about, but it seems brutal.
Doesn't seem that pleasant. I mean, I've got the best. Well,
it'd be nice if you could just like lay an egg like a duck and or chicken. Wait, is a chicken a boy? Hen. Are hens chickens?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Hens. Hens are the
lead. Hens and cocks, aren't they? And they're chickens, right?
Yeah. What's a rooster?
A cock, I think.
Don't need to be saying cock. Cockerel.
Same thing.
Okay. Coq van. Shout out for those French viewers.
Oh my god.
Well,
Nothing.
We have a friend who's just moved to France. That was, you know, coq van. Is that French?
I don't even think
it is. The other thing they sort of talked about was like the like percentage of like success doing it different ways. So you can have a day 3 transfer once the egg collection's done, the fertilization's done, which is slightly worse
So
the embryos.
They grade the eggs once they've been collected and once they've been
A
fertilised.
star.
They're graded, and then that dictates whether it will be a day 3 transfer where they transfer 2 embryos, or a day 5 transfer where they just transfer the 1.
You know how you're saying they graded?
Yeah.
I just have an image of the embryos getting like a little report card. And it's like, meiosis, A star. Like, growth of your neural tube, D. Bad egg. Oh, and then it could be like on Willy Wonka when the squirrels throw their nuts down the hole. If they're bad, they like test them, and then if they're bad, they throw them down a hole. I think that's what happens. Right? Bad embryo.
Yeah, that's exactly it, yeah.
I mean, they literally probably just throw them in a bin.
Yeah, I know. So, if you get a day 3 transfer, there's a 26% chance of you getting pregnant, and a 28% chance that if you do get pregnant, it'll be twins, because obviously there's 2 embryos.
Which we would
prefer not.
It's good that it's only twins now, because, like, you know, back in the day, you used to get, like, quints, or, like...
Yeah, they just used to shove loads of embryos in and hope for the best.
Is that the verb? Like, just pack as many in as you can. How many embryos can you fit?
Yeah. And then if you get a day 5 transfer, it's like a 56% something like that.
Whoa. No. 36 to 50.
Well, surely it can't be to something. It has to be a...
No, it can. It'll be like the 36% will be from one study, the 50% will be from different studies.
Whatever. 30 to 50% chance.
Sometimes you get that. It's like a 12% to 98%, and I'm like, no, this is not specific enough.
Whatever. So you get a 30 to 50% chance of becoming pregnant if it's a day 5 transfer. So you want a day 5 transfer, and basically.
In the day 5, because that's one blastocyst, there's a 0.2 to 2% chance of twins, obviously significantly lower.
Yeah, because I think that's just the normal kind of chance of becoming twins. Because it's only 1 embryo.
Are you saying that from your many years of genetic studies?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the normal chance. I think there's quite a lot of
variation.
I don't think we could just throw things out there like facts when we don't know that they're facts. We can. No, they don't start spreading rumours about these things. So really you're hoping for a day 5 transfer. But like, the thing is, like, the stats of success rates, like, massively, well, not massively, but does vary from centre to centre, so it's always worth as much as you can when you're kind of what's the word I want to use, stuck within a CCG, which is like your area that medical decisions are made for you. Like, you can shop around a little bit, I guess, but because there's like one centre slightly away from where we are that has like better success rates, but we kind of didn't find, but not by much, but we didn't find that out till after we were kind of down the process, and we didn't want to go all the way back to the beginning and start all over again and go at the back of the list, so we kind of just stuck where we were, which, you know.
I mean, the nurses are lovely. Our consultant there is lovely, so I'm quite happy with the people that we're dealing with.
It's everybody lovely.
Yeah, no, they are.
Lovely jubbly.
They are? I think they're lovely.
Yeah, just lovely.
They are lovely though.
Yeah, they're nice. Everyone's been lovely.
Okay, what else? We got our medication delivered today.
Oh yeah, so they said, oh, that's a little... They said, I'll put the order in. Yeah. Like, when we were at the appointment, she's like, oh, I'll send it off through this, like, delivery company because it's a little bit cheaper. Still fucking expensive.
How much was it? $550?
Yes. And they send them out. And how cute is this? They're called Stork, which is like the butter.
So it came today in a huge cardboard box.
Did you miss that, like, reference / joke?
Like the butter, but like the stork.
What? It's like a stork delivering a baby.
Yeah, I know. I got the reference.
But I said butter like a joke. You didn't laugh. Oh, well, now that seems fake.
No, I'm laughing at this.
You're laughing in my face? Like a stork brings the baby. Oh, there's a film about that, right?
Yeah.
Called Stork. People probably thought it was butt butter.
No, it doesn't.
Right, you could have joked the laugh there. I give you another chance to find it funny. It was a poor joke. Yeah, big bucks came today.
Yeah,
they were like, oh,
bucks.
we can send them later if you're not doing it for a little while. And I was like, oh, how much goes in the fridge? Because I didn't quite fancy having a fridge full of drugs. Maybe we should say medications, because drugs makes it sound dodgy as fuck. Sorry, swearing. But there's only like a little bit goes in the fridge, so we thought better just to get them so we know they're here and we have paid for them, so we know kind of like what money. Like, we still haven't been asked to pay for like the actual treatment. I'm kind of hoping they forget, but I feel like that is not going to happen. No. What if they like come up to me after my egg collection when I'm sedated and like just shove a card machine in front of me and I'm like, $5 billion, have it.
They won't do that. They won't do that. They can't.
I know.
Okay.
Okay. I have not got $5 billion in my bag. I'd be like, good luck.
So yeah, the drugs came.
You're cute. And that's it, really. Oh, and also we told people.
Yeah, we decided because I feel like
Bex, this was more about like how you were feeling.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. IVF is it's a huge thing, part of your life, and it takes over so much that you want to talk to people about it because it stresses you out, I guess, and it's kind of nice to just
vent
and let that stress out to people.
She basically wants an excuse for why she was moody.
Yeah, pretty much. I was quite snappy at people at work and stuff. So yeah, we I don't know. I don't understand why IVF is such a taboo subject.
I think like it's so weird because like people know we've said to people like we're going to have kids, so they must at some point in their head have like considered that we will have to go through fertility treatment. So I think maybe for us it's less taboo, but like for heterosexual couples there's just this assumption that A, everybody wants kids, which is not the case, and B, that everybody can successfully have children, which again is not the case. So I kind of feel like maybe there's more pressure on heterosexual couples because there's just this assumption that everything will be fine, and we kind of wanted to take away from that taboo a little bit by like just talking about it, because like some people do obviously, and there's like plenty of things on YouTube about it, like, but if you're not somebody who really uses the internet for whatever reason, you know, there's maybe not like that much information out there for you that are like people's personal experiences. And a lot of the time, like on like the websites and stuff, when it's got like quotes from people, like there are people who've had successful treatment, so then, you know, you're only really seeing that side of it and only seeing it after it's happened. Whereas like I think a lot of people would benefit, I guess, in theory, from like sort of seeing it as it goes, which, you know, we explained at the beginning is kind of why we wanted to do these things. I guess for me, like a big part of like not really wanting, it wasn't that I didn't want to tell people, but like kind of decided, I mean, it's been a year, like almost a year since we started going through all this, like why we decided not to initially was because we thought it kind of took away a little bit from like when we then did get pregnant, like the excitement and surprise of telling people. And also I think there's that big thing of once you sort of share something like this, you almost invite people to constantly talk to you about it or ask questions, which like we are fine with. But yeah, and one of the reasons that sort of swayed me towards us telling people was like so many people kept saying to me like, oh, you know, like you've been married for 3 years, you've been together for 6 years, like Bex turned 30 this year, like are you planning to have kids? And I was kind of like, my sort of go-to was like, oh yeah, in the next couple of years, knowing like fine and well that we absolutely are going to try the next like 3-4 months. And I don't know, it wasn't that I felt like sly, because at the end of the day it's our business, but
I know, it's kind of like, it was lying to people,
yeah,
isn't it?
I don't know, I don't think it's lying, because I think if you choose to keep it like personal, then that's fine.
I know.
But I kind of just, I don't know, I kind of felt like I was just like pussyfooting around like these conversations, and I think that pretty much brings us up to date.
Yeah, pretty much. So obviously nothing's really going to happen now for the next month and a half.
Nothing happens at all.
I don't know what you're saying.
Telemetry?
So
what? Look around the world, pretty baby, is it everything? You know that song? Okay, it's them. It's a very good song, you should listen to it.
No thanks.
Don't ever tell me it's not. Yeah, so nothing.
So the next 6 weeks we might just put maybe some just random videos on.
And or forget and upload them. No, we've got a couple of things that we've said we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Just saying how, yeah, so from now till October, nothing's really happening IVF wise.
September.
Yeah. But we'll
End of though.
well, there's a couple of other topics we've suggested that we might talk about, and if there's anything that other people like have queries about, or that you, I don't know,
Any types of videos you want us to film, obviously within reason, comment down below and we'll get around to them. Really?
Oh, people might. Maybe we're being too subtle there. No, that's as in like me saying that we won't do that kind of video. Great. Why? What? I meant crafts, like cutting stick, right? Cutting stick. That's what that is it? Crafting videos.
Because we're not crafty.
No, we're not crafty. You are crafty. But like sneaky crafty. Sneaky sneakles then. That's pretty much it. So thank you for joining us. We went for a different angle this time.
So you can see the dogs mainly.
Do you feel like you're sitting above us, looking down on we mere peasants?
End the video.
Speed trumpet!